Hello, third grade. This is math for Thursday, May 14th. And yesterday we spent time comparing fractions with the same numerator. And today we're going to talk about how to compare fractions with different numerators. So when the numerators are the same, like they were yesterday, you only need to consider the denominator. But when the numerators are different, you have to consider both. So how do we do that? Let's take a look. So I'm going to take my 1 bar and I'm going to bring it over here. I'm going to set it up and you can see that this 1 is equal to 2 halves. And let's see how many eighths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 eighths. Okay, same amount. So here's my 1. All right, and if we're dealing with 3 eighths, then we only need 3 of these. So let's take away the rest. And we're trying to compare 3 eighths to 1 half. So let's take away a half. All right, great. So now we can visually see very easily which one is bigger. We can see that 1 half is bigger than 3 eighths. 1, 2, 3. Okay? So on this one, we would go ahead and have the crocodile eat the 1 half. So we would say 3 eighths is less than 1 half. Let's take another look at that. We can see that even though there's 1, 2, 3 pieces versus 1, we can see that they're smaller. They're cut up into smaller pieces. Okay? Let's do another one. Then let me put the 1 halves over here. And we'll put the 1 bar over here. And this time we are going to try and compare 1 half to 3 fourths. Okay, so first things first, the numerators are different. So that means we can't just look at the denominator. So let's take a look. Okay, so right now it's all set up equally. We have 1 is equal to 2 halves here, and we have 4 fourths, right? It's all equivalent, all equal, same space. But we're trying to compare 1 half, so let's take away a half, so we only have 1. And we're trying to compare 1 half to 3 fourths, so that means I will leave 1, 2, 3, and take away 1. Okay, so now we can visually see which fraction is taking up more space. Well, in this case, 1 half is smaller than the 1, 2, 3 fourths. Okay, so even though these individual pieces are smaller than 1 half, when we have 3 of them, that's more than 1 half. Okay, so we would go back here and we would have the alligator eat our 3 fourths, and in this case 1 half would be less than 3 fourths. Okay, so what's going to be very helpful for you right now is to draw these to compare. Okay, so when you're doing your work on the rest of this form, go ahead and draw it out in your math notebook so that you can see. And I'm going to pause it here and show you a different way to draw it. 1 second. Okay guys, so I know you don't have my handy dandy fraction pieces at home, which is, I wish you did, but we have to make do with what we have. So a way for you to visualize this would be to draw bar graphs for each and try to compare, okay? So this is a rectangle broken up into eighths, 8 pieces, and this is a bar graph broken up into halves, okay? So what you can do is you can shade your fractions. 1, 2, 3, because we know we're doing 3 eighths right here, and 1 half, 1 half, shade it in. And then you can see that the 1 half is larger than the 3 eighths, okay? So if you're ever thinking, oh, I wish I had the bar graphs, I can't figure it out, draw a picture. Draw a picture and see. Divide it up equally, just like we practiced before when we were making fractions and making the regions all equal parts. You can do that anytime to figure out and to see it visually, okay? So work on the problems below. If you have any trouble, circle it and keep it for when we meet in Zoom and we'll go over it, okay? All right, good luck with your math today.